Hello, my name is Eric Snyder, and I am the Algebra 1 teacher for your child. My contact information is my email address, snydere@nhsd.net, snydere@nhsd.net. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Questions, if you want to schedule a meeting, either whether that be via Zoom or in person, or if you want to make an appointment for your child to get some individual help. Email is by far the best way to get to me. If your child sends me an email, it needs to be from their Gmail account. Otherwise, I will not open it, just for security. Plus, that helps it not go to my spam. If your child emails me, if you email me, it should come through from your personal email account. If you are in my co-taught Algebra 1 class, our co-teacher will be Miss Wilmus. Her contact information, her email is Wilmus, WILMUSL@nhsd.net. Her office, if your child would like to see her for help or whatever the reason may be, is on the second floor, and it is across from our assistant principal, Mr. Lesjak's office. If you tell it to your child, they should know exactly where that is. Supplies, when we come back, pencil erasers, if your child likes a 3-ring notebook, whether we're virtual or online, I think they should have some kind of folders or dividers or something just to keep their stuff organized. And when we do come back, I recommend them having like a blue or a red pen, something that's a different color, so when we check homework, they can make corrections. The two things I really want to hit on this slide, the most important thing is a calculator. A TI-83, TI-84, or a TI-84 Plus is a required calculator for this course for Algebra 1, co-taught or regular. It is unfortunately about $100, $110. If there's an issue with that, or if you don't know where to buy it, or if you have any questions about it, just shoot me an email. I'd be happy to point you in the right direction to help you out there. The other thing is textbooks. I do not give out textbooks to students unless they ask for it. So especially this year, since we're the influx of being in and out of school, I'm going to hold off on that. If they need one, I can get one to them. But I've taught this course many, many years without using it, and they have done just fine. If your child needs individual help, they can email me and we can schedule a Zoom meeting, kind of like an office hours type deal you have in college. If we're in person, we can schedule time maybe during your child's lunch, during your child's study hall. If our schedules don't align, then we can always meet before or after school, but most likely students tend to choose the after school option there. Grading policy standard with the district. As I'm sure you're all aware, the district has changed a few things on their grading policy. The big one is that our class final grade is now an average of your 4-quarter grades. So you'll have each quarter will be 25% of your grade, and then the other one is 60% is a passing grade. Okay, it used to be a 65 or higher. It is now a 60 or higher is a passing grade. I believe you earn your grade. Your effort reflects as a direct correlation to your grade. So hopefully you put in adequate effort. The big other thing I want to put about my grading policy is, regardless of a reason why you did not turn in an assignment, whether it was an excused or unexcused absence, whether you did it or didn't do it, I put it in as a 0. If you were absent, I put that in as a 0 until you turn it in. That's just so that I remind you see the 0, it reminds you to turn it in, and it helps me keep my grades as up to date as possible. Speaking of homework, I try and give homework on a minimum about 3 times a week. I try not to give it on weekends. It doesn't always work out. Your homework will be graded on both completion, and some days it'll be graded on correctness. Some days I'll just walk around, check, see if you did it, or I'll look on Google Classroom to see if you turned it in. Other days I'll look more intensely and pick 5 problems and grade those real quick, and you get really good quick feedback there. Tests and quizzes, you'll have some kind of assessment once a week, whether it's a test or a quiz. Some of them quizzes will be unannounced. When they're unannounced, they're typically for bonus points, or there's a way to earn bonus points. The unannounced quizzes are not designed to hurt grades. They're designed to help students know their level of understanding and, of course, earn a couple extra bonus points there as well. And then all assignments are posted in the back of the room if we come back, but more importantly, everything will be on Google Classroom, and I'll talk more about that here in a minute. When we're in class, your cell phones are not calculators. You really don't need to have them out. If you're on it, I'll tell you to put it away. If you're on it again, I'm going to take it. So just be aware of that. Most importantly, virtually, as we begin and progress through the virtual education, the most important thing is that everything will be on Google Classroom for your child. And on the first day of school, I'm going to have your child come in. They're going to get on their iPad. They're going to log on. They're going to be added to my class. I'm going to show them. I'm going to walk through where all my assignments are going to be, where all their homework's going to be, where all the videos are going to be. Everything they need, they're going to know where that exists in Google Classroom. I will communicate via the postings you can put on Google Classroom, so they'll see. If I need to remind them that, hey, you have a test coming up on Wednesday or whatever it is, I can put that on there so they see it. And any other communication will be on there. I ask that your child attends all Zoom classes. I would like to see their face just so that I can put a face to the name, A, and B, just see that they're attentive and they're on task. All notes and all videos will be, like I said, available to your child on Google Classroom. Most importantly, they can always email me with questions, but during a live Zoom class, they can ask me questions. They can raise their hand in Zoom, and I can answer their question face to face, or they can type it in the Zoom chat, and I will have that set up so that when the student types a question to me in the chat, nobody else is going to see it. So I will just, if the question is, needs to be addressed to everybody, I will say, this question was just asked in the chat, and this was the question, and then I'll answer it so everybody hears it, but nobody knows who asks it. During any assessment, I would like your child to be on the Zoom call while they take their assessment. If they're going to be absent, I need to know ahead of time that they're going to be absent. We can schedule a different time to take that test. And then most importantly, I ask that everybody's flexible. This is new for me. This is obviously new for your children. So there's going to be a lot of learning on my end as well as learning on your child's end. As I see things that I thought would work that don't work when I use them in practice, then we're going to have to make adjustments. So just be flexible with me. But the bottom line is I will have an interaction with your child every day, and I will always be accessible to your child or the parent, regardless of any circumstance. So like I said, emails of I won't say 100%, but 99% of the best way to get in contact with me. Hopefully you got my email address, and if you need anything, please don't hesitate to ask. And I look forward to meeting you eventually here face to face.